Alright guys, so real quick before we get into today's video, we just wanted to clarify some things. There's quite a bit of confusion in the comments and stuff on the first video of us getting the Dakota. There seemed to be a misconception that the truck was free and gifted to us, and that also that the people that gifted it to us did all the work on this truck, and we seem to be hammering the truck for some of the bad work that's been done to it. The people that we bought it off of didn't do any of the work. They bought it and it sat for 6 years just the way that it was. The truck's been through a lot of hands, so I totally understand that whoever was building this truck built it with what they had. Maybe they didn't have the nicest tools. Maybe they didn't have all the money in the world to build something to our standard, and that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But this stuff is going to surface in our video, and we're going to talk about it. But yeah, we just wanted to clear that up. We appreciate you guys watching, and we hope you enjoyed today's video. Yeah, what edition are we on now?
Gen 2 Garage.
This is edition 2 with Dakota.
Red Dakota
yeah,
edition.
Red Dakota.
Clifford
So
edition.
This is night 2.
Clifford the Big Red Hurricane.
Something like that.
Ooh.
We're getting somewhere.
Clifford. They always name hurricanes.
Clifford the Big.
Huh?
They name hurricanes.
Right, Clifford the
Hurricane
Hurricane.
Clifford.
Hurricane Clifford. That's it. That just happened. Awesome. I love it.
Last video, we got this thing back here. We tore apart as much as we could. Got the dash tore out, the ignition box, the switch panel, all the wiring. Basically doing what we just did on the Duster, but this thing was already pretty much stripped down. So right, yeah, we were already doing.
It did not have all the factory wiring either.
Right.
I mean, it had some wiring in there.
Yeah.
But it wasn't factory.
See, I heard you've been ordering parts all day already.
Oh, I've been busy.
Yeah.
Had a nice talk with Holly today and Summit.
Good.
They're hopping on board, which is really exciting.
Dang.
What are you doing? We got stuff for you to scrub.
We've already taken.
You're all camoed out.
You know, if you go out in the yard, we'll lose you.
Ready to battle. What?
You know that? If you walk out in the yard, we'll lose you.
Dad jokes.
Wow, you did get it cleaned out.
Drafts and shit.
Looking good.
Oh my gosh. Look straight down here.
Let's
Look at
go
the
do
drive
that.
shaft loop. Just look straight down through there.
Oh.
Let me see.
Ah.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah. It's good work. Who's shiny?
I just want to just.
No, that's Armor All.
Oh.
It's not for paint.
That's for tires and seats. That's
Oh. You know what? You have to be right in this area right here where we're putting this engine in.
Do you have to talk?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
But look how shiny it is. Well, what do you have it in the wax section for?
We're getting bogged down by camouflage later.
Who invited Paul Walker? Alright, we gotta flex this Dakota on you now. I know you got the Supra, but we got a Dakota RT straight out of 1999. Bolt together cage, come on.
Videos don't do it.
Oh, is this the first? Yeah, it's the first time you're seeing it.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna fit in there great.
You think so?
Look, Billy, we got our first look at the turbos today. We took the intake vent.
Those are tiny. Those are like what's on your Jeep.
Oh my god.
Two of them.
Babies.
Oh whoa. Okay. Yeah.
They're just on the same side. It's a little different.
This is an inline 6, just like your car.
Really?
Yeah.
Those little baby turbos should spool fast.
Oh yeah.
Oh, with an 8-speed transmission, I think we'll be going down the road at like 1,500 RPM.
Yeah.
Any speed you want.
Yeah.
Ludicrous speed if you want.
Ludicrous speed.
Okay, Allison, I think it's level, and then I gotta back it down.
Yeah, I do get really curious on what mileage it'll get. It's probably really good.
I mean, it's only 3 liters, so it's a small engine. Double overhead cam. You know it's crazy efficient.
It's 3 liters, just like yours.
It's like it was made for this. Well, I mean, I don't want to speak too soon.
Somebody talk to me.
Well,
You're doing good.
you're doing good.
Bring her on in.
Thanks. Feedback.
I'll let you know. I'll start beeping if you're gonna hit something.
Maybe towards me a little bit.
This has become a pretty big operation here.
What else are we
Right
doing?
there.
Oh, you're on the K
Yeah,
member.
you can come back some towards the
The
fire.
oil pan's on the K member.
So we're gonna end up running out of room on this one here, which I'm probably gonna cut this out.
Yeah.
Like this cross member we don't need.
Yep.
Just make it tubular.
Ooh, that oil sensor's gonna be a problem. The rack right now.
But hey, look,
It
we
looks
should be able to
doable.
fit the master cylinder in there.
Oh, it's not even close.
Yeah.
That was a problem we had on the Duster.
So I'll make a new adapter plate.
Oh, plenty.
It's gonna be right there.
But our exhaust is gonna go out of the cow almost.
Well, they might both have to go down
Okay.
because we're not gonna make that turn up.
Yeah.
There's no
Or
way.
you could go out this way, out the fender.
Look at the hole we
Oh, the
got.
options.
I think we're gonna end up going down. I mean, I think it is what it is. Oh, this right here. So this motor mount's gonna have to get. The intercooler is gonna hit it in about a ½ inch. So I don't want to. There you go. That would help. That would help. So I gotta cut these motor plate tabs off.
It's like the perfect height now. Like
Oh,
the engine, like the
You're going to be able to put a flat hood on it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Any other car, you know, the engine would be ½ a foot out of the hood. So we're good on that front. I tell you what, though, it still fills up this engine bay. Like it's crazy.
You got an ice tank you put over there.
Yeah, way better than the
2.5
Duster.
gallon ice
Yeah.
tank.
This is
You
good.
can fit a radiator up front.
All we have
We'll
the
see.
nose is like this right here.
We'll see.
So if not, I've rear mounted it before. It's not
I mean,
bad.
then again, we still have to get under that. You know, we got
Well, yeah, it's
5 inches
yeah,
to
we
go
got-
back.
Oh, yeah.
The radiator's basically centered underneath that.
This thing's crazy.
And then here's where, so they cut half the motor mount off, so there should be a second tab right here. So anyway, the engine was mounted here, which is, look at that, it's almost, it's gonna be close enough that I can make a plate. I'll just make a plate.
I'm gonna have to hit Jake from Strange Farm up, see what he can do.
That would be great. Just got these brakes torn apart. About to start working on the back ones. In the meantime, do you want to go open these boxes? Because I'm dying.
Yeah,
I really want
let's
to
go see what we got. Man, if it's shiny, it must be fast, right?
For sure.
Is that a battery hold down or something?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh. Dag burn.
Shiny. Got the switch panel.
Dang!
Look at that.
That's literally the Pro model.
Yeah.
That's the one I always use in everyone's car that I wire.
Yeah, we all want to see what's in the big box.
I want to see what's in the big
It's like
box.
Christmas over here.
All right.
Painless
We
wiring.
got seat brackets. Very
Nice.
important.
Yeah, they weren't kidding around about this. What'd you order this
No,
like
they were
a
not
few days
kidding.
ago?
Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, I gotta have that.
Awesome.
I gotta have that. It's got a nice flange on the bottom for mounting. Oh, that's.
That distracted.
Yep. We'll notch that. Isn't that Amanda?
Might notch the inner
I think it
fender.
might fit like that. Cool.
There's always the bed too, but I know you want it to be as close as possible to the intercooler.
Well, I'd like to get it like this so the fittings are, or I could do it like this. So that'd be, there you go. That's the way to do it. And then literally the intercooler is right here.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty nice.
So huge thank you to Summit for hopping on board and helping us out with our Roadkill Nights build. This is the first batch of parts that have showed up for our Dakota build. Thank you so much to Summit again for getting these parts to us so quick. We're really excited to start putting this truck together.
So this thing does actually already have a Strange 9-inch. We do have some work to do on it though. We're going to replace the brakes, and we've got a wheel stud that hates its life, so we'll fix that. This is where the fun begins. We start looking underneath of this truck. We just have some work to do, that's all. The lowering blocks are welded to the rear end, so you know, that's kind of just a pain. We're gonna have to redo that. Where the down bars come through the bed, just needs to be done a little differently, that's all. That's all I'm saying. Another thing we've noticed is they moved the leaf springs to the inside of the frame rails, which is cool, I guess. So we can fit a pretty big tire on this thing. Big tires and wheelie bars. Oh, okay, so it's like a 4.
Well, you gotta see you gotta see how far around the pinion is. Where is it? Right here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead. So that'd be 425.
That's straight up and down right there on where we started.
So it's a 430.
430 gear.
Oh dear God, it's too much.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's usable. We'll have to do the math, but a gear that tall, you might be starting in 3rd gear. Because if we go with a taller gear, like a 373, which what I was really kind of thinking about using, we could probably start in 2nd gear. But we'll do the math. We'll see what it turns out on paper. And so it's a 430 gear. That's what it is.
The G2G brake adapter kit. We're going to sell it on our site. I'm kidding.
Voila.
That actually moves the master cylinder over a few inches as well.
It does. Just
When
for
you're
some extra
installing a Hurricane into a 99 Dakota.
Yeah, so it would have been the center here, and I'm moving it over there even further. So it'll be way offset.
Do the opposite corner.
Okay.
Good enough. Swap meet.
What are you doing? You're supposed to be working.
Taking a break.
Look at the setup you have here.
The DeWalt fan that I bought for your softball games.
Oh my.
I'm
You're
hot.
just living the good life.
That's right. If I'm gonna come help, I gotta stay cool.
We're working on motor mounts, and I got the first one. So made this plate
Nice.
go on the side of the engine. At minimum, I got 5 attachment points, but it depends on where the mount ends up. You know, as to which ones I'll use. The mount should be somewhere in here to the frame.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think it's gonna work good. So just kind of made it oversized for now. So now we can set this thing down in the car, figure out where the frame is gonna end up on here, and then we'll tack weld it, and then we'll finish that side up. Because the engine's narrow, you know, it's quite a bit in from the frame rail. So not quite sure how this one's gonna turn out, but I want to see. We're gonna set it in and see how that one goes, and see how the engine is left to right to figure out how to do this one. So the motor mounts are cut off that were in here from the previous engine. There were motor mounts that were welded to the frame right here, and those are gone now. So those were in the way. So we couldn't get this thing all the way down in before because of those. Now that they're cut off, I think we can get this thing actually clear down in here where it needs to go. And then, I mean, I'll have this thing mounted in there in a couple days, and then we'll get the transmission up under there. So I think by the end of the weekend we'll have the engine and transmission in. So on the driver's side, The engine mounting point is way further back, and there's some stuff on the side of the engine right here. But this is not a problem, but this one is going to be like right here. So I can use this existing tab motor mount, and what I'll do is I'll make another one back here. I'll use this as an alignment and make sure these are dead in line, and it'll just straddle the steering, and I should just be able to come off there with a second bracket and mount right to this. And then what I'll do is I'll have 2 tabs that come up to the plate on the side of the engine right here. That'll work great. I'll do the same thing here. I'll make these got cut off, so this is missing an ear on both of these for the last engine, probably for header clearance or something, I don't know. So we're missing the front side of this. So I'll replicate this one and put it right back where it was because this mount is okay. I'll replicate this one and I'll put it right back here, and it should work great. Just installed a new frame rail. Look at it.
Very nice.
Welding, finishing.
If you squint, it's mint.
Look at you. Hard at work.
Oil is important.
That looks much
Wow.
better.
It's way back now.
So right now, we are trying to construct motor mounts. We're most of the way there. We're just trying to get the engine where the best spot it can possibly fit. And that's about where it's gonna go, right there.
The challenge is how do we get that on top of there under the truck? And I don't want to start welding the mounts up until I know this fits.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like, you can't really tell. Like, if an engine was running off left to right, like, you can't see it there. But when you extend it out this long, we make it under, and all of a sudden you say, oh my God, that drive shaft is clear over here, you know, or again, the up and down. So we'll set we're about 3.5 degrees down right now, which is perfect. It needs to go your way. Yeah, I'm way off my side. There we go. Shoot. Translifter 9000 is
the bomb.
the shiz. Oh, I'll bet you aligning this converter is going to be so easy. Not. It's going to be an absolute disaster. Dude, I am staring at the pins. Oh my God.
I'm on.
Oh my God, I'm on. I'm on. It's actually on. You bolt. I'm going to cry.
I don't know where my bolts went. I think they're over here.
On the couch. We did a thing. Kind of. Making up a couple more brackets for the engine mounts, and then we'll get those welded in. And then, yeah, I mean, we talked about this earlier that nobody on the planet, nobody, zero, zilch, nobody has made engine mounts to put a Hurricane twin turbo 6-cylinder in a 1999 Dakota. I Googled it. I even checked Amazon.
It's the hardest part of the process. As soon as we get this done, like, we're gonna get rolling and
Getting the engine vertically, horizontally, on the correct angle, all at the same time. And here's the thing. And then when you have an engine that goes back under the cowl, like look what we had to do just to fit it in. So we had to cut the cowl out. The thing is, I had to make this ridiculous looking lift thing here because when your lift point, when the back of the bell housing is clear under the cowl, you cannot lift back there. So I had to move the lift point forward and center of the engine as much as I could, just so we could get it back far enough. And it actually did go back a little further, but yeah, that was a challenge until I finally gave up and welded this up last night. I just couldn't get it in the right spot. So it's pretty good. I mean, it fits good. It really does. But it's been a lot of work. We did the right thing and we put the transmission, bolted. I mean, it went in pretty easy. I mean, It's unbelievable. One little piece of transmission we had to cut off. There was a little tab on the very, very back of the transmission. This would have been facing backwards, but for a four-wheel drive, so that transmission case is very universal. So it could be in a half-ton four-wheel drive Ram. There's a flange on the back. There's a surface that you would bolt the transfer case to. Well, we're obviously not going to do that. So the very, very top of the transmission, this thing was keeping us from getting it in. So I just cut it off. We don't need that. Yeah.
Perfect.
Weight reduction. So.
How are you? Are you doing well? Oh, here you go again.
These are motor mounts for our Hurricane
Motor
Cat 3.
mounts.
Motor mounts.
Ooh, that was really bad. That was really bad. We just lost so many subscribers.
Got motor mounts.
We just lost so many subscribers there. Please
for
stop.
the Hurricane Cat 3. We got our cat brackets.
Yep. The old tester.
Give me the good news.
I think that's a success.
It's a little high.
Could always just grind that
Well,
top
no,
off a
the
little
engine
bit.
probably dropped a little bit. So let me check here.
I've
You
heard
check.
it bleed off a few times.
How's that?
That's
The
pretty
butter.
close.
There we go. That's like
Like
perfect.
right there. It's perfect.
That is 0.30 degrees. I can do better. Look.
Very nice. I think there's enough room in there for a radiator now that we got it back. Maybe, maybe not.
Well, yeah, it goes
Yeah, it's back
under
here.
here. It goes.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Back
Well,
here.
we're fine.
There's definitely enough room. Hello.
Welcome to another episode of.
We're closing the video. We've done the welcome.
Oh.
Sorry, I don't mean to.
Welcome
cut
to
your
the
vibe.
closing of another video.
There you
of
go.
Clifford, the big red
Dakota.
Hurricane Dakota.
So we got the dash in. Jeff did, anyways.
Well, it's just in there by one screw, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
Starting
And-
about the seat.
Fail.
Yeah.
Let me fix the your switch panels crooked.
Got it.
There we go.
Be a comment.
That switch panel fits in there perfectly.
We've started figuring out where the seats need to go, and we have to raise them up quite a bit. Now, obviously, it's not in yet, but just getting
Getting
an
there.
idea for right now. Probably gonna work on that tomorrow.
This is actually Tanner's dash out of his truck. He bought dark gray interior. This is light gray. And so we got his and he got new interior. So it actually worked out really good. Now, what we've all been waiting for and the biggest part of the last 3 days.
It's in.
Obviously, they're not done. We just have them tack welded in place for now.
Close.
But we are close.
Everything's custom.
With a K.
Everything. There are no parts available for what we're doing.
Yeah. It's all from scratch. And then we got the transmission actually bolted up. We've made good progress. You think we've made
Well,
good time?
I don't know about good time. I don't know. I'm not even thinking like that. We've talked about this before, probably earlier in this video. Maybe not, but getting that in there, getting it in straight, getting it in the right height, getting it in angled correctly, both horizontally and vertically, the floor with the transmission. I mean, just fitting that in there has just been a lot of work. But now that it's in there and it's in its home, we can really start making a lot of progress now.
This was the hardest part.
Yeah,
Oh.
absolutely. There's no guide on how to do this. This is just figuring it out as we go. Trying your best to plan ahead, but you know.
Template cut. I mean, in theory, they're gonna send us. I mean, we should have the wiring harness any day now, and it's just a matter of starting to plug things in. You know, figure out how we mount things and how we route wires and all that. But you know.
But really, most of the stuff we have left to do is stuff we've done before, and you know, it's not going to be anything too crazy. So
This
this
was
was
a lot of
really
work
like
getting
the
here. Yeah. This was never intended to go in this truck.
Can you imagine how hard the
significantly
duster
easier
was
than
going
the
to be?
duster. So we made the right call.
Oh, the duster was going to be I mean, don't get me wrong. If I had to do it, I'd do it. But we're not going.
We wouldn't have the engine in right now if we were doing the Duster. I mean, we'd
Right.
still be,
Just
we'd
in the
still be
timeframe
death
we
wheeling
had,
the floor.
Don't get me wrong.
The firewall would have got just completely cut out. The floor would have got completely cut out. I mean,
We made the right choice.
Yeah. I think that's it for
we got
this
a
video.
whole bunch of parts over there. So thanks
Oh,
to
yeah.
Yeah, huge thank you to Summit. See you guys in the next one.
thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching.